when you're doodling. Wow, I can't believe it. Episode 68. Woo!
Good afternoon, boys and girls, and welcome to Mr. Miko's Studios.
We do. We have a special guest. Boys and girls, we have a special guest for a 1-year anniversary special. Special. Are we ready for that special guest? 1, 2, 3. Boys and girls, it's Bob Ross, Mr. Miko. Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to the studio with Mr. Me, Bob Ross Amico. Yes, Bob Ross is in the studio. But what are we doodling? Boys and girls, is that Among Us? Is this Bob Ross? Could we be combining the two for the super duper special episode? Is it? Is it really? What? Look at that. That is so sus. Bob Ross Among Us for the 1-year anniversary episode. Wow. I can't wait to see what you doodle. Whoa. But, no matter what, the first episode or the 68th episode, it still gets chills in the studio. You know that.
It's a little chilly in the studio.
It's a beautiful day in the studio.
It's a beautiful day in the
beautiful
studio.
day for an Among Us.
A beautiful
Special guest
day
Bob Ross
to make
doodle.
a doodle.
Could you doodle?
Would you doodle?
Should you doodle?
Could you doodle?
Won't you doodle?
Won't you doodle with
me?
Mr. Miko?
And Among Us, Bob Ross. Those trees are so sus. And, how do you drink your coffee? Well, I drink it out of a Bob Ross mug. It looks just like me. Boys and girls, thank you so much for this past year of amazing me. I love doodling with all of you, and I can't wait to see what you doodle. Ta-ta.
All right, welcome back, boys and girls. I am so happy that we are still doodling together. What a difference a year makes. Woo! Top of my paper, bottom of my paper, episode 68. Bob Ross, Deadpool. Today, we're going to start with the Visor, the Among Us Visor. And I'm going to make an oval shape. And I think I can. I know I can. I think I can. I know I can. I think I can. Because boys and girls, it's all about if you're going to do your best, you're going to try your best, and you are going to be your best. Yes! I truly believe that for all my doodlers. All my doodlers. You've been doodling for a full year, and you know exactly who you are. You know exactly who you are. And thank you for giving me something to do during the quarantine. So, as much as you enjoyed doodling, I enjoyed creating these videos for you. So that's why I am thanking you so much. All right. Woo! So we have the Among Us Visor here. Now, as we are, Eeyore is Winnie the Pooh. As we are adding Bob Ross features, we are going to do the Bob Ross hair. But watch how cool this is. We're going to start here. Watch. If I go curve it, curve it, curve it, curve it, curve it, curve it, and then sideburn is a rectangle. Now watch this. So we're going to build it so it goes around. We're going to build it so it goes around. So then you know how much of Bob Ross's hair can fit within your page. And the more curls, the better. The puffier Bob's hair, the better. Oh, this is so fun. And curve it. And curve it. And curve it. And boys and girls, most of all, as you know, mistakes make you butter. They do. And for this whole year, if anything from these videos, mistakes make you butter. They make you learn. They make you understand. And most of all, they give you the opportunity to be happy and confident artists. Because Mr. Miko, all he wants from every single doodler out there is to be happy and confident. To find the fun and joy in art. And that's what it's about. And we're going to do a little loop-de-loop. Loop-de-loop. Oh, those are his beautiful curls. Loop-de-loop-de-loop. And that's what it's all about. How do you know if you're a good artist? By the size of your smile. By the size of your smile. I make art. For me, I make art to have fun, to enjoy the time to make and create. All right, wow! We have the afro. We have the visor. Are you ready to make the body now of our Among Us character? All right? And I'm going to make from one of the curls, I'm just going to go straight down, okay? I think I can. I know I can, of course. And boys and girls, you know that you can rewind and pause. Go to the fridge, grab a taco, call grandma, and tell her to get onto Doodles with Mr. Miko. Woo! All right. So, right there now, that's going to be the leg of the Among Us crewmate. All right. And I was thinking, and we're going to do a curve here. Let me combine. My favorite is Bob Ross. And now it looks like the boys and girls at Parsons, their favorite is Among Us. So I was like, hey, you know what? Let's combine the two for this special 1 year anniversary. 1 year ago, I was trying to figure out how I could make a video. And look, a year later, we have 68 episodes plus 2 special episodes. Okay, so now right here, boys and girls, we are gonna add in Bob Ross crewmate's palette, his paint palette. So look how cool this is. You're just gonna make a curve, okay? You're gonna make a curve, but then look, stop, relax, take a breath. Think about where and what shape that curve is gonna be. We all need to be patient. And if I had to give you my best advice, I would say patience and positivity. That's it. You want to be the best artist in the world? Patience and positivity. That's it. How is Mr. Miko such a good artist? Patience and positivity. I try to be positive in every aspect of everything that I do in my life. And you know what? It helps me feel accomplished. It helps me be proud of my artwork. So now we're gonna add in some paint. There's paint. Oh, we're gonna do some gooey drips. I love gooey. All right, so we're gonna do a gooey drip here. What? And we're gonna do a gooey drip here. And I'm choosing 6 drips of gooey paint because there are primary colors and secondary colors. So we have red, yellow, and blue, 3 primary colors. And we have green, purple, and orange as 3 secondary colors. And that's why usually I always, when I do draw a palette, I add 6 paint splats. I love how the sound of the Sharpie feels on the paper. And then Mr. Miko just goes back, he goes back and he looks at something, he puts a little more of an outline. All right, so Bob Ross has his pants. Let's draw a line going across. All right, and again, this is your world. This is your artwork, not mine. It's not Mr. Miko's artwork. So you get to put these lines wherever you want. Mr. Miko's just showing you, just giving you an idea of what to draw. But you can always take it on your own and add whatever. Right here, this is gonna be crewmate Bob Ross's backpack. So I'm gonna do a little curvy line. I go right below the line I just drew there. I love this. I truly love this. And remember also, we do not make art to finish. We make art for the experience to last forever. And that's what I really want you to believe. It's all about the experience. It's not about what you're making. So right here, you get to choose where you want to add crewmate Bob Ross's paintbrush. And I'm gonna draw a line like this. This is gonna be like a long triangular rectangle kind of shape. And again, it's whatever shape you make. And I'm gonna put a little rectangle here with a line. Okay. And I'm gonna watch this. This is gonna be cool. I'm gonna create, and you could pause this part, but I created the illusion of paint on the paintbrush. Okay, boys and girls. Remember, keep it simple, but make it successful, right? Keep it simple, but make it successful. You are great, and just keep on telling yourself that you are great, all right? There is that shadow on the Among Us character, and watch this. I'm gonna make a curve here, and it's step by step, and also meaning that you can take that step by step, step 1, step 2 by drawing, but also by thinking. So you could draw, then take a step to think, and then take a step to draw, and then take a step to think, all right? It's a beautiful thing when you take your time. So now, Bob Ross's shirt, all right? Our crewmate's shirt, and watch this, another curve. And I'm trying to make this as simple for all of you from ages 5, ages 3, ages 99, ages 37, for all of you. Because I know some parents out there are doodling with Mr. Miko. Make a line there. And watch this. I'll make a line here like a V. You just made a V. And a line like that. Okay. And right next to Bob Ross, crewmate Bob Ross's shirt, we're gonna put a triangle. Excellent. And if you're noticing, I've been playing some, as I'm drawing, I'm playing some clips from past doodles from last year. And I'm gonna add a tree, a sus tree here, and a sus tree here. Here it goes. So I'm gonna do zigzags, like a pine tree. Zig, zag, zigzag. This is a happy tree. Bob Ross loved his happy trees, and he loved, and put a little rectangle here, and he loved his happy clouds. And I'm gonna put a line like that, boys and girls. Okay. And now to make this a sus tree, I'm gonna put a visor. And I thought this part was really cool. That is such a sus tree. All right, here we go. Should I draw a vent? They're like, what? Mr. Miko, you know that? That's whatever Google tells me. All right. And I remember Miss Winter, Mr. Ennis, Miss Triggers, I think even Miss Marsico, they were sending me they're sending me the Mo Williams, the lunch. The lunchtime drawings with Mo Williams. And I said, and after I watched it, I was like, I'm going to do it the way I think my artists at Parsons would like me to do it. And that's where it was born. So I have to thank Mr. Ennis. I have to thank Miss Winter, Miss Triggers, and also Miss Marsico, because she really started doodling too. She's a doodleholic. Boys and girls, wow! We are donezo. Dunzo, crewmate, Among Us, Bob Ross. All right, calling all colors. Yes, my best friends are here. Today, I have a lot of colored pencils. And I have my trusty Crayolas, which I love so much. Ooh, episode 68, 1 year anniversary. Boys and girls, let's get to it. So, my crewmate, Bob Ross, Bob Ross, Uncle Bob. I am choosing red. You can choose any color you want because this is yours. And what's Mr. Mika gonna do? What does he always say? That color brings our drawings to life. Take your time. Fill your space. Short strokes. Mr. Miko is using short strokes. If you're using big, long, crazy strokes, that means you are scrabbling. And you took so long drawing your masterpiece. You are so proud of creating your Among Us Bob Ross drawing. So now, when you start adding your color to it, I want you to take your time. Remember, we talked about being patient? But again, art never ends. We don't make art to finish. We make art for the experience to last forever. So since art never ends, guess what? Take a break. Yeah. Come back to it another time. You don't have to finish it all at once. And that's the trick. Oh, look how cool that is. Wow. Wowie, wowie, dowie, owies. All right? I think I just made up those words. So now, what color is Bob Ross's hair? Huh? What color is his hair? I'm going to use this brown crayon. And again, you can use any color you want. So I have Bob Ross coffee mug here. I have a Bob Ross chia pet here. Too much. And as you're seeing on the screen now, I'm showing you clips, video clips from the past year that we shared together. The unknown of last year. And boys and girls, thank you again. You kept me occupied during the quarantine, during the lockdown, as much as my job was to keep you doodling. It was to keep art alive in your lives. It was to keep art accessible, to keep it going. And that's why I did, during the whole quarantine, I did 1 episode a day. Broke my crayon. 1 episode a day. And the big reason also was to give your parents a break. Yes. And I was getting emails, tons of emails saying, you kept my child occupied for 40 minutes. Thank you so much. And they enjoyed doodling. And that's the best reward that I could get, just knowing that even one of my Parsons students was doodling, was taking time, escaping. All right, this is all escapism. We escape reality when we create art because it brings us to our happiest. Notice I'm saying the word happiest a lot. moments. And that's what art is. All right? And it's just a beautiful thing. No matter who makes art. If you're 1 year old, if you're 100 years old, it's unique because you are making it. That's why I'd say it's beautiful and magical. All right? It's magical because you're the only one that can create your art. It's beautiful because you are making it. Okay? Woo! Look who's done! Wow! His hair looks so fluffy, just like my hair. You know, it's just a cloud. It's a cloud of awesomeness. All right, so now Bob Ross has a paintbrush. Woo! I'm gonna paint green because he loves his green, He loves his green trees, right? Or his sus trees. So I have green. Now I'm gonna add yellow, all right? And that's the bristles, okay? And then I'm gonna take a gray color. You can take any color you want. This is your world. And I'm gonna put the gray color for the metal. And then I'm gonna take the same brown that he used for his hair. And I'm gonna just use that for the paintbrush, all right? For the paintbrush. Or you could then take another color and you could go over it. Mr. Miko loves layering colors on top of each other. So now his afro is done. He's the red crewmate, which is awesome, just like how Deadpool is here. And now we need to do Bob Ross's shirt, okay? So Bob Ross usually wears a button down. And we have the button down, and I'm choosing a light blue for Bob Ross's button down. And again, you choose any color you want, okay? You can even put clouds on his shirt. See, that's a good idea. Too bad I thought about it now. Woof. Look at that. And that's it, boys and girls. So every day, you guys gave me a purpose for going in my studio and making a video for you guys to learn from and to draw from. All right, so Bob Ross, crewmate Bob Ross, the top of his shirt, and if you guys know anything about Among Us, it's a really awesome, they do an awesome job with the value. So if it's a blue Among Us character, crewmate, it's gonna be a dark blue. If it's red, it's gonna be a dark red. So below that line is always a darker color of that color. So Mr. Miko has a blue colored pencil. And Mr. Miko's gonna just fill it in. And as I'm filling in, if you notice, I'm going up and down with short strokes. I'm not coloring across or horizontal because I just want you, no matter again, if you're in kindergarten, if you're in 5th grade, if you are a parent, I want you to understand that you don't have to color all this at once. Look, Mr. Miko's coloring tiny little bits. Tiny little bits. Shut off your brain for a second and just focus. Just focus on what you are doing now. And what you're doing, you're filling little by little, because little by little works much better than if you try to do all of it at once. And look at that. Before you know it, it's all filled in. But if we go crazy and wild, we're gonna have all the white spots from the paper. And that's another big thing too. You wanna cover the original paper. And look, I go across, and then I stop. And then I go across, and I stop. Hammer time! Yes. Oh, I haven't said hammer time in so long. That's one thing too. I have to watch those old videos to see what I used to say, or if I say the same stuff. Hammer time. Grab a taco. Go talk to grandma. Grandma, how you doing? Oh, I'm doing good, sonny. All right. So now, the Visor. Again, the Visor is 2 tones, it's 2 colors. You could choose any 2 colors that you want for Bob Ross crewmate. I'm gonna do 2 colors. I'm gonna do a gray color, right? I'm adding a lot of pressure to make it gray. And look, and as I'm filling in, then I'm gonna say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna take a black color pencil, and I'm gonna go on top of it. Layering color pencils is awesome. It is so cool because we only get the colors that come in the pack. But sometimes maybe you want a darker version of that color. So what? You add a little black to it, okay? And what color is our top gonna be? Oh, this is gonna be really cool. You ready for this? I'm gonna take this blue green or sea green, right? I'm gonna put sea green here. I'm gonna add this sea green as I'm coloring. I'm just thinking about all of you and thinking about how much I enjoy looking at Seesaw and seeing all the work that you've been doodling. So now I have that sea green, but look, I'm gonna take a gray. And what does it do? It dulls it down a little. Right? And that's the look I'm looking for. So maybe I wanted a splash of color. I wanted a splash of color. And look. And look. I get that splash of color, but then I get to dull it down with some gray. Ah, that's exactly what I'm looking for. And that's why you get to explore and experiment with your materials, boys and girls. And that's why art is so fun. All right, we're gonna do it again. Watch this. I'm gonna take yellow, okay? I'm gonna color this yellow. All right. And I walk down the hallways, and all the boys and girls, they shout out, Mr. Amico, I did your doodle yesterday, which is so amazing. And that's what they're there for. They're there for you to log on to YouTube anytime you want, and you can draw with me, Mr. AMIC. Oh! All right, so we have our primary colors and we have our secondary colors. So watch how cool this is. So now, since I used the yellow for the paint palette, I'm not gonna use yellow again. So I'm gonna do red. And I'm gonna choose. Maybe I want blue over here, and that's the beauty. You get to choose. And maybe I wanna put some blue here around. And maybe I wanna put some red around. Look at that. It looks like it's spilling. It looks like I was mixing the paint on my palette. Huh? Isn't that cool? Let me show you. You see that? So just a little bit, just a little bit. So it looks like, hey, you know what? My crewmate was actually mixing the colors. And then I'm gonna do orange here. Aren't you glad I didn't say banana? All right, all right. And then I'm gonna put green here. I got 2 more colors left. Yep. Where's my purple? Purple is right here. Purple, purple, purple. Ah, I see purple. I have purple. I'm gonna put purple right here. All right, purple. Excellent. Wow, so cool. And then I'm gonna take brown. Put brown here. Or, as Bob Ross would say, a burnt sienna. All right. But now what you can do also, if you're saying, Mr. Miko, that paint palette looks so bright. Get your brown crayon and lightly, again, dull it down. Dull it down. That's what Mr. Miko's doing right now. He's just dulling it down. All right, so Bob Ross, I put him in some khakis. You ready for the Bob Ross khakis? All right, I'm gonna take this green color. This is called olive green. Olive green, okay? And with the olive green, and you can use any color pants do you want Bob Ross to wear, all right? I'm gonna take this olive green. What, am I gonna keep his pants green? I don't think so, but I'm just putting the olive green on for guess why? To get rid of the white paper, all right, to cover the white paper. All right, and then from the olive green, I'm gonna take bright brown. And now bright brown goes on top. And what bright brown is doing now, all the spots that my olive green missed, the bright brown is picking up. It's filling in, which is really cool. All right. How cool that is. And then if you're saying, Mr. Amico, his pants are too light still. I'm gonna say, all right. Watch this. You can put a little more pressure. You see? Once you start putting a little more pressure, then his pants are gonna get a little darker. All right. Those khakis. But Mr. Amico, they're still too light. All right. And this is a great way to show you how you can layer color pencils and how you can layer crayons. All right, boys and girls. This is so amazing. 1 year later, and we're still doodling together. And I'm gonna add some yellow. And I'm gonna add some more green. And you know what? Mr. Miko's not rushing. Mr. Miko is gonna color. Mr. Miko is gonna fill in the space with the color that I wanna use for Bob Ross's pants. And this is the final way. And that's the idea. You don't have to rush. Take your time, boys and girls. All we have is time. And there's a new saying now. If you say, I'm done, guess what I say? The fun is never done. And you go, what? Exactly. I'm done means that the fun is done. Do you want the fun to be done? Because when I'm having my most fun, guess what? I'm making art. I'm creating. So I don't want the fun to be done. Ah, Bob Ross's pants are done. His pants are done, but not the drawing. So that section can be finished. And I'm so happy with the results. All right, boys and girls. We have 2 sus trees, and then our time will be put on hold until my next video. Put on hold until my next video for you guys. The next video is going to be episode 69, followed by episode 70. Okay? Okay? And we have 2 special requests for those episodes. So it might be yours. All right, these trees are super sus. All right, here we go. What? And we're gonna do the bark of the trees. Oh, oh, oh. There's brown. All right. And I'm gonna do one of, I'm gonna do a light blue and a dark blue for this crewmate tree. A crewmate tree, yep, crewmate tree. All right, and this one's gonna be silver and gray. Awesome. All right, boys and girls. And then maybe if you get a green crayon, softly just fill in the bottom real lightly. Boys and girls, thank you so much for doodling with me. Because guess what? We are donezo! What? 1 year in the books. Boys and girls, thank you.
Whoa, boys and girls, wow, episode 68. Bob Ross and Among Us were in the studio again. Wow, thank you so much for this awesome year of doodling. And remember, most of all, hug your parents, love your parents, and appreciate your parents. Because, as you know, they have been the true superheroes this whole time. Until next time, ta-ta.